What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Known Patrick podcast, and this is episode number. Oh no, I didn't check. 50, I think. Yep, episode number 50, almost to 52, and you know what that means? It means 1 year in of season three, kinda, more or less. Um, but we go till 100 episodes for the season to end. So, you could say we're halfway there with number 50. But we're close there for doing season 3 for a year now. Uh, it's been a fun ride, you know. Still enjoying it. So, Noah, are you still enjoying this?
Yeah, it's something, it's stuff we're going to talk about anyways, so we just talk about it in a different setting. Just
Yep.
have the camera on and
Yeah.
mics in front of us.
I we've been doing this for 5 years, over 5 years now, which is just insane to think about that COVID was 5 years ago.
Yep.
Um, it's been crazy. It's been crazy out here. But yeah, still having fun and um a lot has changed. Like we always said, those first couple episodes had no idea what we were doing. It was and we were doing it during the time where there was no sports, so
Yeah.
we really had to get creative, but what we're doing now, I think it's really good.
We had some good topics, man. I liked we had our little segments, our fun facts, our
Yeah.
conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
stuff like
Weirdest
that.
inventions. I
Weirdest
still think
inventions,
about them. Mystery stories,
yeah.
little clues,
Yeah,
riddles. Yeah.
a lot of those I came up with, yeah.
Yeah. Noah was in his creative era. We weren't
Hey,
doing
I'm
anything
I'm
else, you
still
know?
down to talk about that stuff, but we're mainly sports.
There's just so much to talk about in sports. I mean, there is some weeks where there's not much, but
Yeah,
we made it through the summer, and football's on now, and most of the podcast is talking about football, which I don't mind. I love talking football. So,
yeah,
um, and there's always drama, There's always drama in sports.
yeah.
So
Sports is just a reality TV for men.
you're right.
And not only men, obviously, but
Yeah.
there's a very large portion. It's mainly men.
Yes.
But yeah, basically reality TV.
Yeah, exactly. And that reality TV was last night, Thursday Night Football. A little recap for everyone. Noah and I did put Seahawks 16th in our pick'em. I told him that us and another person are is tied for first with 16 points. So we started off strong for the week. It's always a good sign. And the Seahawks, man, they really they had a 20-6 lead, I think it was. And I wasn't really watching the game, and I get a text from Noah. Are we really gonna lose this game? So,
I was like, there's
um,
no way it happens again where a team we picked loses in the fourth quarter on a comeback.
yeah, Cardinals tied it up there, and then good old Sam Darnold got him into position. I think running the ball in that last play there and calling a timeout was super smart. Just to gain extra yardage and turn the what it was gonna be, what, 58, 57,
Yeah,
and then yeah, 52 yarder, more manageable. Marvin Harrison looked good. Uh, he only had one catch in the first half, but in the second half, he really turned it up and got the demons out of his head and uh, had a great touchdown catch over the defender. So
yeah. Early on,
all fantasy owners can relax now. He
yeah,
put up
I was seeing a
more
lot of
than
panic on Twitter.
woo, man, people. It's been tough, but yeah.
They had a tough first half, and the second half, the catches he made were not easy catches. So, um, hopefully he finds it, because I like Marvin Harrison Jr. He seems like I want him to succeed. So nice little game from him. Like you said, they ran the ball the last possession before the field goal, and they called a timeout. I selfishly wanted a pass to JSN. I just needed 4 yards to hit on my picks. Um, so yeah, I was 2 out of 3. But um, great game. It was fun to watch. I was like half watching it on the side. No audio, because I had class. But um, yeah,
Ooh.
it was. I was trying to pay attention, and then I was like, oh my God, the Cardinals just scored again. I'm like, great. It's not looking good. I sent a text. Uh,
Yeah.
but Seahawks are looking good. They are not looking like pretenders. They remind me of the Vikings the past couple years where they don't have that star QB like Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold for them last year. Um, and they find ways to win. So we'll see if they're pretenders or not when it comes playoff time, if they do make the playoffs. But they're looking pretty good. Their defense is has looked really good in the first few games and the first half. Second half they're a little shaky, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
great at
Supposedly
getting
the
turnovers.
Seahawks defensive coordinator came over from Baltimore. So he was part of the defense when Baltimore had their really good defense a couple years ago, 3 years now. So, um, I guess they drafted a safety that kind of acts like Kyle Hamilton of Baltimore. So I guess he's kind of running the same scheme. So that's probably why the
Yeah,
defense is definitely better this year. But that's it for Thursday night football. On to more exciting news. The MLB season coming to a close, and Noah's gonna give us a playoff race update. It's coming down to the wire.
yeah. 2 weeks ago we talked about the teams that were in the hunt. It was coming down to the last 2 weeks of baseball and how everyone complains about 162 games is too much, and still somehow it comes down to the last series that these teams have. So we have 3 games left. Um, there are some teams that have clinched already. So in the AL East, going to be representing the the AL majority here. We got the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. Blue Jays, Yankees tied to see who wins the division. So um, that's going to be fun to watch the next 3 games. And then the Red Sox are going to be second for the wild card, and whoever loses between Blue Jays and Yankees will be the #1 spot on the wild card. And a huge turn of events. The Cleveland Guardians have got or were scorching hot, and the Detroit Tigers were freezing cold, and now they are tied for first in the AL Central, and no guarantee either of them or both of them make the playoffs because the Houston Astros are 1 game behind both of them. So uh, whoever comes out on top, potentially the only team from the AL Central to make the playoffs, depending on the Astros. The Astros are facing the Angels, so they have the easier schedule. Um, Detroit is facing Boston, I believe, and I don't remember who the Cleveland's facing. Try to check real quick. They're facing the Rangers. So uh, yeah, it's gonna come down to the wire here. So yeah, they have 2 games compared to everyone else, but
Yeah, didn't the
um,
Tigers have a what did they have? 15-game win streak, or not win streak, but lead over the Guardians, and then the Guardians are like 9-1 on the last 10, and the Tigers are 1-9 on the last
yeah,
10.
they have been
Like
struggling really bad.
complete
Uh,
opposite of the teams. And didn't they play each other the other night and
Detroit won 2 out of the 3
Screwball
games.
choked
Yeah, yeah, but in the last game, yeah. But they did win 2 out of the 3. The Lions did so, um,
the Lions?
or Tigers, sorry, Detroit Tigers. They're the same species. So we got yeah, like you said, Guardians 7-3, and then Tigers 1 and
Yeah.
0. So But yeah, the Astros facing the Angels. They lost it to the Mariners in the West, who have been scorching hot. They look like the favorite right now. I mean, the Cal Raleigh looking like the AL MVP over Judge potentially. Um, 63 home runs, I think it is. He passed most home runs by a catcher like 6 home runs ago. So he's looking great. The offense finally looks good with the Mariners, and the Mariners always have great pitching. So now you combine the two, you know, looking like World Series contenders. We'll see if the hitting keeps up though, because Mariners every year struggle to hit, um, especially in the playoffs. But yeah, great pitching with the Mariners. So they will be the number or they'll win the West. So um, and then the NL still fighting. The Mets, the Cincinnati Reds, and the Arizona Diamondbacks sneaking back above the Giants. The Giants had a really tough schedule to end. They are eliminated. Um, Diamondbacks very unlikely to make it. They just lost their last two. They are still 2 games behind the Reds and the Mets, so they need the Reds and the Mets to both lose out. But the Mets are playing the Marlins. The Reds are playing the Brewers, so they have a tougher matchup unless Brewers decide to sit people
Yeah.
for the
Play the
playoffs.
B team.
Yeah, and then the Mariners are facing the Padres, which is a tough matchup. But another team that could potentially just sit
Yeah.
their main guys because they already locked it in. But the wild card for the NL. So yeah, Reds Mets tied, and then Arizona 2 games back. So it's gonna come down here to the last couple games,
Yeah.
and I'm rooting for the Reds. I like to see the Reds make it. Juan Soto has really turned it up after struggling in the first half. And he looks, I mean, everything, every worth every penny right now. Kind of low key carrying him here.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think the Diamondbacks really have a chance, but there's mathematically they're not eliminated yet. And Mets Reds will be fun to see who comes out on top because either of those teams could go pretty far, especially the Mets last year. They came out of the wild card, made it to the championship game against the Dodgers, and just couldn't pull through. So,
Yeah, the Mets spent close to $1 billion this offseason to not make the playoffs would be not good. So, yeah, of course we want to see the Reds, just pull off this crazy comeback. The Mets had it like the Tigers had it pretty, in control for the wild card and uh, yeah, gonna be tough.
yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of ups and downs for a lot of these teams this season. We saw with the Giants, huge win streak to start the year, and then a tremendous losing streak, and then another win streak to get them back into potentially making the wild card. Um, and then the same thing with the Mets. They just had this ridiculous losing streak uh, towards the end of the year, which has put them in this position of potentially not making the playoffs.
yeah. Poor Giants, the poor Giants gave us all hope. Looking good there. One game back of the wild card, and then playing the Dodgers 7 times just did not help. So
Yeah, tough schedule to end the year, but um,
should be a lot of
a lot of
positives
a lot of
going into next
positives.
year.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have a full year Devers. Willie Adames looked really good at the second half of the year. I think the main thing is the pitching staff. Let's see what they do there to improve the pitching staff. But I mean, Drew Gilbert, great addition from the Mets, especially defensive wise. Jung Ho Lee looks pretty good all year. Heliot Ramos, over 20 bombs this year. Matt Chapman was injured, but he still had over 20 bombs this year. So Bryce Aldridge came up. So he could potentially be the starting first baseman and not the DH with Devers there, depending on what they want
Yeah,
to do.
Devers played the
But
field too.
I mean, he looked really good at first too.
Yeah.
I when I went to go watch, there was a few short hops that he was able to handle. It looked awkward, but he got it done. That's all that matters. The ball into the glove and it was an out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then but yeah, so baseball starting next week, playoffs. So that's another thing we'll look out for. Maybe we'll make predictions next week. But since nothing's set in stone, we'll let it play out uh, the next few days. And next, something that just happened like 15 minutes ago about number 8 Florida State upset by Virginia. A great win for Virginia. I think they're now 4-1. Florida 3-1. Um, they had a really good run game. Florida State came back like in the last quarter.
Hmm.
Um, and it went two overtimes. Virginia, the start of the second overtime, they forgot they had to go for two, so they sent their kicking team out there, and then they had to switch back to their offense, and then they still got the 2 point. So that was pretty cool. A lot of Florida State coaches upset because I guess they reset the game clock for that. Um, oh yeah, Florida State had a chance. It looked like they had a touchdown, but the receiver caught it at the end zone, the start of the end zone, and bobbled it all the way into the back of the end zone, and it ended up being incomplete, which was tough.
It's
And
10
he's
yards,
only
10 yards of bobbleness.
yeah, and he only needed 1 foot in college, and he couldn't do it. Couldn't get a hold of the ball, unfortunately. So they had to just do a heave attempt, pretty much on 4th and 12 with two penalties back to back. Um, and yeah, they lost in one of the best, I think, field storms I've seen in football by Virginia students or Virginia fans, maybe not all students, but
Mostly students, but
yeah, it looked really cool. As they ran on the field, all the players just disappeared. Hopefully, all the players are okay. But yeah, fun game to watch. I didn't watch the whole thing; I just watched the ending, but fun ending to watch.
I mean, that's all you really need, you know.
Yeah,
And you saw overtime, so I mean, that's even better. But yeah, Florida State was looking hot, you know. They had a great start to the season after starting or going 2-12 last season, so or 2-10,
right.
whatever it
Record.
was, but two wins. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna knock them down. They're only if they only have one loss at the end of the season, there's probably a good chance that they still make the playoffs with the 12 teams. But a lot of people are going back and forth on whether like a three-loss team, like maybe Notre Dame, if they lose one more game, are they gonna get in? So a lot of unknowns in the beginning of the season. So
Yeah, I don't think this hurts Florida State as much as it helps Virginia. I mean, 4-1. Um, I don't know who their other wins are against, but I mean, you put a number 8 Florida State on the win. Um, you know, that's that's got to boost you. It's got to boost you in there.
yeah.
Might see him at a 25, maybe.
Yeah, you're not gonna get like top 12, you know, into the playoff
Yeah,
race, but
yeah.
you'll get ranked next week
Get some
here.
recognition.
Yeah, yeah, some recognition.
But yeah,
But
that was all the exciting stuff that happened so far this week.
yeah, staying with college football here, we got a big Saturday slate of games. We got number 6 Oregon, let's go Ducks, at Penn State. It's gonna be a whiteout in what is it, Happy Valley, Death Valley, whatever they call it, some type of valley
I
over
don't
there.
know.
But yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
A
Um,
rematch, right?
yeah, rematch. Penn State's favored 3.5 over Oregon. Um, yeah, undefeated teams could be playoff implications here. But or Dante Moore of Oregon just looks
He's
really
looking
good.
great. Yeah.
So we'll see how he goes up against, of course, good defense. He hasn't really got tested yet, so we'll see how the offense is, and hopefully Oregon pulls this one out. Another good game this week. We got USC versus Illinois, 21 versus 23. Just, two teams kind of just hanging around, seeing if they can make a push. USC is undefeated, trying to get back to the playoffs. We got Ohio State versus Washington. Number 1 Ohio State going on the road against Washington. A lot of people got this game circled, just because Ohio State's going to the West Coast. Maybe UW can find a win there. Both undefeated. Uh, and then these next two SEC games, probably some of the best. We got number 4 LSU versus number 13 Ole Miss. LSU has been red hot coming out from the start. Brian Kelly finally got his defense and offense working. So someone said that Brian Kelly's been there for 5 years already. Just insane. Seems like he's only been there for a couple of years now after leaving Notre Dame. But Ole Miss 4-0. And then finally, Alabama, number 17 versus number 5 Georgia. Yeah, this one's a big one. Maybe Alabama could pull off an upset here versus Georgia. And
Yeah, I mean Alabama not really look like a powerhouse anymore. After
17, the
Nick
lowest they've
Saban.
ever been in quite a few years.
I mean, feels like decades. I feel like ever since I started watching college football, Alabama's always been top 5 team.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, I mean, Washington, Ohio State is going to be a fun one. Washington, always a good team every year. Washington's a hard place to play. Um, Seeing it with Oregon going there, so that one, hopefully, uh, very close, exciting game. Um, yeah, I think LSU Ole Miss probably might be the best one. I mean, LSU's quarterback, potentially the best quarterback coming into the draft next year. A lot of people are saying, had him ranked high. So that's who to look out for. I mean, who else? That'll
Mm,
make it fun though.
yes, supposedly Lane Kiffin's daughter's dating the linebacker from LSU. So
Mm. So
those
are you saying there's some like inside
inside,
fixing here? You
maybe,
think you think he's gonna miss 1 or 2 tackles?
maybe I don't know. You
Like,
got you got to impress the coach, right?
I'll let you marry my daughter if you miss 1 or 2 tackles.
Whoops.
I mean, Ole Miss, is like in the country, and I know Lane Kiffin's not
Yes.
from Ole Miss, but he's been there long enough to maybe he's picked up an accent.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Brian Kelly. He
Yeah,
somehow
yeah,
has a country accent. Uh,
yeah. I mean, I haven't heard Lane Kiffin talk since he was at USC or whatever it was. So,
yep. But yeah, should be a fun Saturday. And something else that is going on this weekend, which, football is the main storyline here. Baseball maybe too, because it's push for the playoffs. But the Ryder Cup in golf is going on. Team USA versus Team Europe. They're playing on U.S. home soil at Bethpage Black in New York, one of the hardest courses in America. And man, the American team, they're full of rookies, not many veterans on the team. Europe, full of veterans. It's the same lineup as 2 years ago, except a twin brother replaced his brother on the team. So, um, Europe came out firing this morning in foursomes, alternate shot. They won 3-1 in the morning, and then in the afternoon they went 2.5 to 1.5 over the U.S. So not many points are being scored in the U.S. Scotty Scheffler's 0-2 in his matches today, and Bryson DeChambeau's 0-2 in his matches today. So something to look forward tomorrow. See if they can bounce back and win. If not, man, it's a tough one. That's tough.
well, you say it's the young guns versus the OGs, basically. So,
Basically,
in golf is one of the few sports to better to be older. You know,
yeah.
um, so yeah. No, I mean, I would bet my money on the OGs.
Team Europe's more about camaraderie. They're a team
Mm,
first
yeah.
type mindset. USA, it's a lot of like solo kind of, do it on your own. So,
I feel like that's how
um,
they talk about every sport in Europe.
yeah,
Basketball,
soccer,
football, yeah, or soccer,
football,
American
yes.
call it soccer,
All right.
So, but yeah, like it's all very team oriented, and here's more flashy, get your points type stuff, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that goes. So they do foursomes, alternate shot again tomorrow, and four ball partners again, and then Sunday is single matches. All 12 of them play. USA needs 14.5 total points to retain the cup, and Europe needs 15.5. So it's a long road to the finals. So just keep an eye out on
Nice.
that. And that's it for what's going on this weekend. Now to the underdog picks. Noah, did you win?
Yeah,
You said you 2 out of 3, right? Thursday night.
yeah. Thursday night football, I had Kyler Murray more than 31 and a half passing attempts, Sam Darnold higher than 239 and a half. Those both hit passing yards, and Jackson Smith and Jigma 85 receiving yards. He had 79. So that was rough, but I only put $1 on it, so whatever. I would have just won $7, but um, yeah, it's
6 more
always
bets you
fun.
could have put down.
Exactly, exactly. It always makes it more fun to watch the games that way, you know. So um, just add a little more sweat. But yeah, week 4 of the NFL, we have our underdog picks here. I'm starting off with the New Orleans Saints at the Buffalo Bills. I'm going with Josh Allen, less than 28 and a half pass attempts. I think it's going to be very run heavy. They're not going to need to pass the ball a lot. Hopefully, they go up early, quick, and they just run the clock out, you know. Just kind of like against the Dolphins, he didn't throw too much. A
Or
lot of
against the
James Cook had
Jets.
a great game. Oh, yeah, and the Jets. So um, I can only hope it continues. Next, one of the hottest receivers in football right now, the new number one for Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze. I got a touchdown for Rome Odunze against the Raiders, weak secondary. So I think he'll continue the touchdown streak uh, here. Next, the Packers going up against Dallas, the weak secondary of Dallas. Matthew Golden. Last week he had a little blunder where he caught it and he ran out of bounds when they could have sealed the deal in Cleveland. I think he has a bounce back game against the weak secondary. 47 and a half receiving yards. Um, I think Jordan Love will be looking for Matthew Golden this week.
I hope so. I'm going to start him, even though, he's not projected as high as my other wide receivers, but I'm going to play him because of that weak secondary, hopefully. First on my list, I'm going with James Cook. Like Noah said, they're going to run the ball a lot. I think James Cook has been running the ball very well. So I think he's going to get a touchdown or two against the Saints defense. Next, I got Devontae Adams, who has been on a tear of late, getting the ball from Matthew Stafford. He's getting a lot of targets. I think he's going to get a touchdown versus the Colts defense. 1-2 punch there in LA with Puka Nakua. And then finally, this guy's coming off of injury, and this Chiefs really need this guy to show up and be that deep threat target. Going with Xavier Worthy higher than 46 and a half yards. Has that changed or no?
No, it's the
No.
same thing.
Sweet. 46 and a half yards higher than that. Hopefully some deep bombs by Mahomes.
Yeah, Ravens secondary and defense overall has not looked that great this year. So, yeah, so that'll be a 32.42 times multiplier. If you put $1, that's $32. So, yeah, that's our picks for this week.
Well, since that is over and people that watch that TikTok is not gonna see this. So I was doing my picks, right? Doing the on the tonight. I was doing the picks, going through the players I could choose. I wasn't really paying attention to who Noah really picked. So I wrote down my picks. I put Matthew Golden higher for yards, and then I see a Noah's pick. Oh, Noah picked that guy already. Okay, so I go back and I'm like, oh wait, Roma Dunze, he's been hot. Write it down. Look at Noah's picks. He picked Roma Dunze, so it's my fault. I didn't look at Noah's picks. I was just looking at matchups and everything. So we're on the same
Yeah.
page.
Well,
So.
this is why we have the shared docs. So for situations like that, so we don't go into this with the same picks. So
Yeah,
it's a good
but
thing.
it was just funny that I chose two players, then they were already taken. So
Yeah, we're thinking the same thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that is it. Episode number 50 in the books. Hopefully, everyone has a great weekend full of sports watching. And next week will be week 5 in the NFL. We have the picks for everyone on Wednesday night, and I think a normal episode next week. So
Should
um,
be.
yeah, it should be. Nothing changes. That we should have another one. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see everyone in the next one.
Yeah, see ya.